We are going to see some sunshine later on this afternoon, so that's going to be a nice break from all of this. Let me go ahead and zoom in first into Blackfoot so I can show you what's happening there. Around Shelley right now, I do have a friend on Facebook that says the roadways are messy. The big concern here is winds gusting at 80 miles per hour on Sunday. So this has been closed down since 11:30 this morning, and you can see why behind me. 4 to 12 inches of new snow from the mid-Ohio Valley up to the Great Lakes. For your morning commute, cold temperatures and a little bit of some fog. And then for your evening commute, snow and wind. Just check this out. 64 today in Pocatello. That brings us 18 degrees above our seasonal high. For today, daytime highs are going to be spectacular. 46 in Chalice. Buenos días, amigos. Las montañas van a tener un poco probabilidad de nieve. We do have snow on the roadway, and it's pretty thick. I've stopped the clock at 2 a.m. because I wanted to show you the eastern highlands are just going to get walloped by some snow showers. Here in this area outlined in the orange, wind gusts could potentially get to 60 miles per hour. I just ran out through the parking lot to the road to check, and it looks like we just have wet roadways right now. I actually just heard word from our producer that we have another school district to add on to that list. Pocatello, here's a look at your Metrocast. 28 around 9 a.m. lunchtime, mid-30s. Check out West Yellowstone. 31 degrees below zero right now, and that is not a wind chill number.
Now, your first alert weather with forecaster Ito Walker.
We just have inches of snow right now covering our roadways. This is a look at the I-Know puzzle on US 20. We do have ice on the roadway. We have some fresh snow, so be prepared for slick conditions. Let's go ahead and move on over now to the Idaho Falls I-15 webcam. As we look at the ground here, US 20, I-15 also dealing with some snowfall this morning. Plus county roads, I had to drive on them this morning. Pretty bad. Here's a look at Botts, Idaho 33, where we do have snow on the roadway, and it's pretty thick. We also have some drifts, and then for this afternoon, we have to be concerned with blowing snow. Let's go ahead and get a check now of Viper radar. Central Mountains, we just have a few spotty snow showers right now. Your roadways are just as bad as everyone else's. You saw some snow come in overnight, but right now the bulk of the snowfall is into the upper valley. St. Anthony looks like you're just barely getting a little bit of that gray right there for you, and that is an indication of some light snow. But once you start to get into these lighter spots, that's where we're starting to see some steady snowfall. We just have variable rates falling right now, so just depending on where you're at, you may just get a trace like over St. Anthony, but we could see maybe up to half an inch of new snow, let's say around Idaho Falls, where we're starting to see some of those brighter spots. And I do want to point out that this blue right here, the stationary slot of blue, that's just our windmills interfering with radar. Let's go ahead and get a check now of what is going on your satellite image. That front is now starting to lift off to the northeast. We do have a break here for the rest of this afternoon, but tonight here comes another storm system. This storm system also going to bring us some more snow. Here's a look at Vipercast computer model. Some snow here into the eastern highlands. We have more snow moving into the western side of the central mountains by about lunchtime. But you can see the Snake River Plain doing pretty well. We'll see a little bit of some filtered sunshine, maybe even some mostly cloudy skies. But then as we head to about 8 p.m., the upper Snake River Plain starts to see some snow. That cold front moves in around midnight, and look at that. We have snow coming right along the I-15 corridor from the south from about 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. So again, tomorrow morning is going to be a bit of a difficult commute as more snow is on the way. However, looking at the latest models, it doesn't look like we're going to get as much snow as we received yesterday. However, I am concerned with wind. That jet stream is just going to be right over us later on tonight into tomorrow. In fact, Pocatello tonight, you could see wind gusts getting pretty close to 30, even 35 miles per hour. Let's go ahead and get a check now of your current wind speeds, which are not playing nice right now. Out of the southwest at 14, 24 degrees is our current air temperature, but it feels more like it's 11 degrees thanks to the wind. Temperatures around the rest of the region, 18 in Salmon, 12 in Chalice, 11 in Mackay, 16 in Jackson, and 24 right now in Burley. For the rest of today, temperatures are going to be into the 20s for most of the Snake River Plain. Good Friday morning, folks. The time now is 7:57. This morning, if you're going to be traveling around the Snake River Plain, also the southeast highlands, be prepared for some troublesome roadways. Here's a look at Viper radar. We have some snow right now into the Arco Desert. As I zoom in here a little bit closer, I want to show you that most of this actually is some pretty light snow. So here we go. Just that dark gray is where we're seeing some light flurry activity to light snow showers. Most of this, though, started to lift lift off of the INL site, breaking apart there a little bit. But we've had some steady snow showers right along 26 and 24 this morning, and those roadways do not look pretty at all. As we look towards the eastern side of the Snake River Plain, light snow showers now billowing up I-15 towards Idaho Falls. Let me go ahead and zoom in first into Blackfoot so I can show you what's happening there. First off, it's a light to moderate snowfall there in the dark gray, also that lighter gray. Once we start to see those white spots is where we are seeing some moderate snowfall. We even have a little bit of some light snowfall still around Moreland. Further to the south around Pocatello, you've had some light snowfall around downtown. That is now starting to lift off towards the north, but the bench area is still dealing with some moderate snowfall. And now back up to Idaho Falls, where we have that light snowfall now moving into the Ammon downtown area, also close to the airport. Here's what it looks like on the ground. Telegraph Hill, US 20. We have snow and ice on the road, so please slow down if you're heading out to the site. Also, if you're going to be traveling in the Arco Desert, give yourself some extra time and, of course, that extra space. Monte Vista I-15, we do have some wet roadways right now around Pocatello. Again, the bench areas.
Ito's keeping an eye on snow, freezing fog. Anything else out there?
Not quite yet, but we are going to see some sunshine later on this afternoon, so that's going to be a nice break from all of this. Here's a look at the latest webcam I have for you. This is the I-15 US 20 interchange near Idaho Falls. We have some ice fog right now reported at the airport, and that's basically fog made out of ice crystals. And visibility right now, quarter of a mile, so do slow down, folks, especially where we have snow-covered roads in the eastern highlands and also along the eastern side of the Snake River Plain. But we're starting to see some beautiful things happen right now in Pocatello. Here's a look at your Farm Bureau Skycam. There is some breakage in the cloud cover. The sun is starting to come in. We have some low cloud cover with us, though, so do expect a slight chance of some light snowfall this morning. 22 right now at the airport. Southwest winds around 5. We do have some pretty cool temperatures in and around the region. Jackson right now looks like your weather station's off, but we're at 7 at the last check, 15 in Driggs, 13 in Arco, and for today, we are looking at some partly sunny skies. By tomorrow, some drier weather is on the way. You can see that here on your Idaho Falls 8-day forecast. Buenos días, amigos. Las montañas van a tener un poco probabilidad de nieve. Temperaturas máximas, 36 en Mackay, 40 en Challis, 39 en Stanley. En el sur, Pocatello hoy, 37, 38 en American Falls, 35 en Malad. Y en el Valle, Idaho Falls hoy, 31, 30 en Rigby, viento soplando a 5 a 15 millas por hora, pero no vamos a tener ráfagas. 24 en Ashton, 25 en West Yellowstone, 27 en Island Park y en el sureste Montpelier una máxima de 25.
Now, your first alert weather with forecaster Ito Walker.
Good Monday morning, folks. It is now 10 minutes to the top of the hour. For your morning commute, cold temperatures and a little bit of some fog. And then for your evening commute, snow and wind. Let's start off with a little bit of that fog that has been popping up across the Arco Desert. Tomcat Summit, US 20. You can see that thick fog there just to the west of the roadway. As you head further to the north, though, along I-15 north of Idaho Falls, we do have compromised reduced visibility right now. Here's a look at Osgood. We can still make out the bridge, but off and on throughout this morning, visibility has been pretty poor. So again, very cold temperatures this morning is what we have to deal with, and then some of that fog in the Arco Desert for the mid and upper Snake River Plain. A live look here at our Pocatello Skycam on top of the Farm Bureau building. It's actually a beautiful sight there with all of the snow, but it is pretty cold right now in Pocatello as well. 13 degrees, winds out of the northeast around 7 miles per hour. Your Metrocast for the Gate City, 17 by 9 a.m. We are going to see some mostly cloudy to overcast skies around noon, 28. We're going to start to mix in that slight chance of some snow, and then a chance of some snow by 5 p.m. with temperatures into the low 30s. Currently, temperatures around the rest of the region very cold, especially as you head into western Wyoming. Here's a look at Jackson. It is 2 degrees below zero right now. 18 right now in Driggs, 13 in Island Park, only 8 in Idaho Falls, 4 in Blackfoot, 6 in Arco, and around 2 in Mackay. We do have some light wind with us this morning, but we all know when it's this cold, the slightest nudge in the wind is going to be dropping our wind chill temperatures. The good news is right now, Idaho Falls, we do have some calm winds. So the 8 is what we're feeling, but 7-mile-per-hour winds in Rexburg, 8 in Driggs, 9 in Jackson. You know we have that wind chill effect going on. Currently, here's a look at our wind chill temperatures. 11 is what it feels like in Rexburg, 8 in Driggs, and 18 degrees below zero in Jackson, with 7 below as your wind chill temperature in Mackay. As we head into this afternoon, here comes that next storm system. We're going to see some snow, also some wind. It's It's not going to be as powerful as this weekend storm system, so thank goodness for that. Here's a look at Vipercast noon. That cold front's going to be right into the central mountains, going to push the snow further to the east. Into the afternoon, we will start to see that slight chance of snow throughout the Snake River Plain. 5 p.m., that cold front's going to be right over the valley. Also, I do want to point out, we just have this flat gray color, which is an indication of some light snowfall. But as this cold front continues to work in, we'll start to see some bright spots, moderate snowfall right there around 7 p.m. for the south central highlands and right along the I-15 corridor by 9 p.m. This cold front is going to continue to move off to the east. For tomorrow morning, mountains and highlands, you will have that slight chance of some snow. But for the Snake River Plain, we're going to start to see some drying conditions. Let's go and take a look at how much snow we could be seeing. And it's not going to be a whole lot for the valley. Maybe up to an inch around the Idaho Falls area, less than an inch around the lower Snake River Plain. But look at that, almost 3.5 inches of new snow around Island Park, close to 2 in Stanley, and right around 2.5 for Salmon. Let's go ahead and take a look now at your forecast for today. Zooming into the central mountains first, temperatures mainly into the 30s, except for this 29 in Arco, but we should be seeing about 33 for Mackay and Stanley. Winds today in the lower Snake River Plain.